Should we have a look at the Sunday Telegraph, Nicholas?
Sure, quite a few interesting stories. Again, we have a big picture of Nigel Farage potentially, getting in shape for that speculated return to British politics. Then on top left, we have PM deploys Whitehall officials to Rwanda as revolt grows. The Tory revolt, again, connected to the story we were just discussing. So this boat situation and illegal immigration has not just cultural identity and social economic impacts, but also security consequences. But the stories we have been discussing, or we've picked to discuss, the first one is Khan misled the public over ULEZ benefits. Essentially, ASA, Advertising Standards Agency, is going after Khan in a secret report that has been somehow leaked or given to the Telegraph.
So he's technically wrong now.
Yeah, not just, morally, because this is a hideous tax against the working class people, let's face it, because people who can afford very expensive, green cars wouldn't be bothered by such taxes. It's essentially the white van man, the working class man who has to get about, from places to places around London, making a living, they will be impacted. And now Advertising Standards Agency is going after him. There's another interesting story.
Can I just say something about that quickly? We heard this story a while ago when it was breaking because they launched the investigation. Now it's going to be published. So it's like an update. But how much more, what can actually happen to Khan? Because the ULEZ is already as unpopular as it can be. You've got people literally tearing down cameras at their own risk. So they're going to publish this. And what's it going to do to him? He's just basically untouchable, isn't he?
Because he's our Joe Biden, basically.
He's our Biden in so many ways. He said it was going to reduce levels of nitrogen dioxide, or almost halve levels, some of the adverts said. But it turned out they were based on estimates or modelled scenarios. It's the modelling again. Remember the modelling. Did you want to say anything on this one, Chris?
No, I'm a huge fan of modelling. I'm not. Absolutely not. No, it's just very satisfying to read it now. I think I'm a safe company to say this. We've all felt this emotionally for a long time, and now it's official. Great.
Yeah, do I have to be pro-Khan for balance? That's what I'm worried about. We need someone pro.
As long as someone else on another show,
Oh yeah, throughout the day.
It doesn't have to be with. Yeah,
they probably weren't. Yeah. Who is pro-Sadiq Khan at this point? Maybe his immediate family.
What about the bucket?
Do you want to do something about civil servants?
Yes, civil servants have been the go-ahead by the government to potentially spend as much as 2 weeks overseas, 2 weeks per year overseas, working remotely, and that has angered some people. We know civil servants don't have a good reputation. A lot of people maybe are either envious or rightfully angry, depending on your, attitude. I'd say as long as, because I'm the son of a civil servant, I have been a civil servant at some point, as long as they do work, and let's not forget about as long as they do get any work done. And then the other thing is, a lot of them, at least their union is arguing, have connections overseas, family overseas. With these exorbitant and electricity and energy bills, if you can afford to go to Southern Europe, for example, and work from there, you actually save a lot also on bills.
So they're doing the taxpayer a favour in the end?
In a way. Productivity,
that's good of them,
you can be with your kids.
And do you think they can do the same amount of work from a beach?
It's already too little, amount of work to be. It's not difficult. My issue with civil servants is when people vote for Brexit or want illegal immigrants deported, and they row against the Home Office, against the Home Secretary. That's my issue with them.
So were you angry or envious of your parents, given that those are the only two options?
I'm very envious of my parents, who lived in an era when you could have just one salary, and
that's true. Yeah, I'm disturbed by some of the findings from the civil service. There are good ones. Dominic Cummings has just done a long podcast interview saying there are really good ones, but they tend to leave quite young because there's just they don't see anything getting done of any value, and they just see it's a bureaucracy, so they leave, and it's sort of old duffers, as he called them. And then the other thing was that Steve Edgerton report from the Home Office, where this whistleblower in the Home Office said, we don't do anything. We give ourselves diversity awards, and we try and scupper Suella Braverman's plans. That's basically a good day. So, a bit suspicious of civil servants going off to the beach for a couple of weeks a year.